But what if no one better comes? What if you end up old and alone, with nothing but that mirror to keep you company? Beauty's eyes flashed with anger. I will never settle, Mama. Never. I would rather die alone than marry someone who is not worthy of me. And besides, she leaned closer, her voice dripping with venom. If that useless Mira can find a man, then surely I can find one 10 times better. I just have to be patient. But patience was not Beauty's strength. As days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months, her obsession with Mira's happiness grew like a disease, eating away at her from the inside.
She began to follow Mira, hiding in shadows, watching from a distance, taking note of every smile, every blush, every secret meeting with Obinna. And the more she watched, the more her hatred grew until it consumed her completely. I will destroy this, she whispered one night, watching Mira and Obinna part ways after a stolen moment behind the market. I will destroy their happiness, just like they have destroyed my peace. The opportunity came sooner than she expected. It was a Saturday afternoon, and the village was alive with preparations for a wedding. Music, dancing, food, laughter, palm wine, joy. Mama Beauty insisted that Beauty attends, hoping she would meet a suitable man, someone rich, more impressive than Obinna. But Beauty, pause, had other plans. She knew Mira would be busy, too busy, to meet Obinna. And she knew this was the perfect moment to speak to Obinna alone, to plant seeds of doubt, to poison his mind before their love could grow stronger. She dressed herself carefully, choosing her finest wrapper and blouse, the ones that made her skin glow like polished bronze. She rubbed sweet-smelling oil onto her skin, painted her lips with crushed hibiscus petals until they were the color of fresh blood. She looked into the mirror and smiled. "You are a goddess," she whispered, "and no man can resist a goddess." She found Obinna near the stream, sitting on a large rock, staring at the water. He was thinking about Mira, as he always was, counting the hours until he could see her again. He didn't hear Beauty approach until her shadow fell across his face. "Hello, Obinna," she said, her voice sweet as honey mixed with poison. Obinna looked up, startled, his body tensed. He knew who she was. He had heard the stories, and he knew she was Mira's stepsister. His jaw tightened, and his eyes grew cold. "Beauty," he said flatly. "What do you want?" Beauty smiled, but it didn't reach her eyes. "Is that any way to greet someone?" "I just came to talk, to warn you, as a friend." "We are not friends," Obinna said, standing up, preparing to leave, "and I have nothing to say to you." "Wait,"
Beauty said quickly, reaching for his arm. He jerked away, as if she were a snake. She laughed. A bitter sound. Fine. But at least listen. It's about Mira. Obinna froze. What about her? Beauty moved closer, her voice dropping to a whisper, intimate and venomous. I know you care about her. I can see it in your eyes. But you need to know the truth about who she really is. I know who she is, Obinna snapped. She's kind, strong, and she survived things that will break most people. She's a witch, Beauty interrupted. Obinna's heart pounded. Not with doubt, with rage. You are lying, he said. You are jealous, you are bitter, and empty inside. I'm trying to save you, Beauty hissed. When your life turns to dust, don't say I didn't warn you. Obinna stepped forward, his eyes blazing, his fists clenched. Listen to me carefully, he said. Mira is the woman I love. She will be my wife. And if you ever try to hurt her again, there will be consequences. Do you understand me?
Beauty stumbled backward, her confidence shattered. For the first time, Beauty felt small and powerless. Without another word, she turned and ran. Obinna watched her go, then sat back down. That night, when he finally saw Mira again, he held her tighter than usual, his arms wrapped around her like he was afraid someone would try to take her away. She looked up at him with concern in her eyes. "What's wrong?" she asked. "Did something happen?" Obinna kissed her forehead and smiled, but his eyes were serious. "Your stepsister came to me today," he said. "She tried to turn me against you. She said terrible things." Mira's face went pale, and her body went rigid with fear. "What did she say? What did you—" "I didn't believe a word of it," Obinna said firmly, cutting her off. "Not a single word. And I told her that nothing she says will ever change how I feel about you. You are mine, Mira, and I am yours. Forever." He held her closer while she rested her head on his chest. "I love you," he whispered. 3 months passed like water flowing over smooth stones, steady and inevitable. 3 months of stolen glances and secret meetings. 3 months of love growing deeper and roots spreading wider. 3 months of Obinna and Mira learning each other's hearts the way you learn a language, slowly at first, then you speak it fluently without even thinking. Obinna had made his decision. He had made it long ago, but now it was time to act on it. He couldn't keep hiding in the shadows and treating our love like something shameful that needed to be concealed. Mira deserved better than that, he said to himself. One evening, as the sun was setting and painting the sky in shades of orange and purple, Obinna asked Mira to meet him at their secret spot behind Mama Chioma's compound. She arrived breathless and smiling, her face glowing with the kind of happiness that comes from being loved and knowing it. "You said it was urgent. Is everything okay? Did something happen?" Obinna took both her hands in his and looked into her eyes with an intensity that made her heart skip several beats. Then, slowly, deliberately, he dropped to one knee, right there in the dirt, among the yam vines and the gathering darkness. Mira's breath caught in her throat. "Mira," he said, his voice steady but thick with emotion. I have loved you since the night I saw you crying in the rain over bananas. I have loved you through all the years when I didn't even know your name. I have loved you from the moment I found you again, and I will love you until the day I die, and probably long after that. You are my answered prayer, my miracle, and my home, Mira. Tears were already streaming down Mira's face, hot and fast. I want to be your husband, Obinna continued. I want to be the one who protects you, who provides for you, who makes you smile every single day for the rest of your life. I want to be your friend, your family, your everything, because you already mean all of those things to me. Please, Mira, please, marry me. Mira couldn't speak, so instead, she dropped to her knees beside him and threw her arms around his neck, holding him so tightly she thought they might fuse together and become one person. Yes, she finally whispered into his shoulder. Yes, 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 1,000 times yes. I will marry you, Obinna. I will love you forever and always, in every way possible. They held each other in the fading light, two souls that had been searching for home, finally finding it in each other's arms. And when they finally pulled apart, both crying and laughing at the same time, Obinna reached into his pocket and pulled out a simple ring. It's not much, he said apologetically, as he slipped it onto her finger. But one day, I promise, I will buy you a ring made of pure gold with diamonds as big as— It's perfect, Mira interrupted, staring at the ring like it was the most precious thing in the world. It's absolutely perfect, because it's from you, and that makes it worth more than all the gold and diamonds in the universe. They hugged and smiled, but reality has a way of crashing back in when you least expect it. And the reality was this. Getting married meant facing Mama Beauty. It meant asking for Mira's hand properly, according to tradition. I'm scared, Mira admitted as they walked hand in hand back toward the village. What if she refuses? What if— She can refuse all she wants, Obinna said firmly, but I'm not asking for her permission, Mira. I'm informing her. You are marrying me, and that's decided already. The only question is whether she wants peace or whether we do it the other way. Mira squeezed his hand tighter, drawing strength from his confidence. Okay, she said softly. Okay. We are coming the day after tomorrow, Obinna said. No more waiting or hiding. I will come to your house with my family, and we will do this properly. And then, my love, you will finally be free. That night, Mira couldn't sleep. She lay on her thin mat, staring at the ceiling, the ring hidden safely on a cord around her neck, tucked beneath her dress where no one could see it. She was terrified, excited, and hopeful all at once. Her heart was pounding so loudly she was sure it would wake Beauty, who was already sleeping. And the main day came too quickly. Mira was washing dishes in the backyard when she heard voices. Loud greetings, ceremonial. She abandoned the plate right there that she was washing by the side of the house and rushed to the front yard. She saw Obinna standing in the compound with his father, his uncle, and some other male relatives. They were all dressed in one of their fine, traditional clothes, carrying palm wine, cola nuts for the introduction. It was the traditional and official way of asking for a woman's hand in marriage before the main payment of bride price. Mama Beauty stood in the doorway, her arms crossed, her face twisted into an expression of pure disgust. Beauty stood beside her, eyes blazing with jealousy and rage. Obinna's eyes searched for Mira's.
His face was calm. When their eyes met, he smiled. And that smile gave Mira the courage to walk forward and stand beside him where she belonged.